Hi guys, Swans is here, back again for another video, and today it's a match preview against Luton Town. Now this game's going to head tomorrow at the Liberty Stadium. It's another 12:30 kickoff, which is kind of a pain in the arse for me, to be honest. You know, I'd like a lie-in. During this pandemic, I've been using the nights and mornings to my advantage. Sleep late in the night, wake up early in the afternoon. But again, that won't be happening this Saturday, which I guess is kind of a bonus. So again, I watch the other football, but it's a bit annoying. It's 12:30. But Luton Town are home this weekend. Luton Town are currently bottom of the Championship with 36 points, 5 points from safety. Swansea City are 9th on the Championship table, only 1 point off 6th place, which is currently held by Preston. Preston are playing 7th place Cardiff City this weekend, and they're on the same point. So it's going to be a lot of topsy-turvy games this weekend. You know, there's a lot of teams at the top playing each other. Swans are playing the team at the bottom. There's a lot of games like that, and obviously the playoff race. So it's going to be really interesting this weekend. Hopefully things go our way. But in this video, I've got a Luton Town fan, Lewis Williams, on as well. So we'll be talking about Luton's chances this weekend. But let's get into it. For Swansea City, last weekend was a great 3-0 victory over Middlesbrough. It was the first game since the coronavirus pandemic, which is still going on, but it's died down a bit since all the outbreaks and stuff like that. But it was a really good win. Ryan Brewster at the double, and Andre getting the third goal. The game was over by half time as we were 3-0 up, but the first goal especially was such a well-worked team goal. You know, AU flicking into Brewster, AU beating his man then to bring a great ball across to Brewster. Brewster celebrating by himself. No one fancies celebrating with Ryan, but you know, that's what Ryan Brewster can bring to the team: pace, finishing ability, and just his build-up play is really good for a youngster. I think he's 20 years old, Ryan Brewster, and you know, 6 goals I think he's got so far in 12 games, so that's a goal every 2 games. That's a really good record, and if we can get him next season, that'll be good for us. Conor Gallagher again making a really good impact for the Swans. You know, still yet to get his first goal for the club, but winning the penalty. His all-round play was really good. Byers again came on. He made a good impact at the post. Selina looked alright. So there was a lot of good opportunities for players last weekend, and a lot of them took it. Roberts as well played really well. Another clean sheet as well for us. So you know, it's going to be a tough selection headache for Steve Cooper this weekend, because Kalulu, you know, he could have been sent off, so that could have been a change. But like I said, he did alright last week. But then you got the likes of Selina, Yandanda, who all want to start, so it's going to be really tough. But for Luton Town, they had a 1-1 draw against Preston at home, which is a decent result for them considering Preston are fighting for the playoffs. But for Luton, they only had 1 shot on target, and that came in the 88th minute, which was actually their goal. Callum McNamanon, I think that's how you say it, he scored for them. Obviously, I think he used to play for Wigan back in 2013, if anyone remembers, when they beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final. So I've obviously got some better players as well. Cam McCarthy-Vickers, former Swansea player, he's been doing really well on loan at Luton for the second half of the season. James Collins, I think he scored 9, 10, 11 goals around that bracket this season. So if Luton are to stay up, his goals will be crucial to them. Izzy Brown as well, obviously on loan from Chelsea. I think he was on loan at Leeds a few seasons ago and didn't do the best there, but he's had an okay season at Luton. So Luton have some decent players, and if we're not careful, they will hurt us on the counter-attack. You know, they might not have the most shots in the world, but counter-attacking, they're not the bad team, and we've got to take our chances. Like Middlesbrough last week, we've got to kill the game off before half-time and hopefully have a settled second half. So it's that time of the video where I got an opposition fan on. Last week I had Leo, the Middlesbrough fan, on. This week I got Lewis Williams. He's got a YouTube channel called Lewis Williams, funny enough. He's on 2,000 and something subscribers, so make sure you go and subscribe to him and let him know that you are subbed for my channel. So Lewis, take it away.
This game is massive for both teams. Swansea, they need the points to make sure that they climb into those playoff places, while Luton need the points to make sure we climb out of those relegation places. Both teams have got something to play for in this game. It'd be interesting to see what Swansea can do without like a home crowd. Luton struggled massively on the weekend without a home crowd, as we only had 1 shot on target. So it'd be interesting to see what Swansea do without the home crowd. But Luton can't afford to lose this game. Luton need to get something from this game. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I feel like Luton are going to get something from this game. But Swansea, like I said, they want to get those playoff places, so they have to win this game against Luton. And obviously, they are the favourites to win. Luton not doing too well, while Swansea are trying their best to get in those playoff places.
Thanks, Lewis, for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it. Quite interesting. I was going for a 1-1 prediction. It's quite, you know, a point for them wouldn't be too bad, but a point for us would be a poor result, put it that way. You know, against bottom of the league, you've got to be getting the 3 points, especially at home. I know there'll be no crowd. That could be a boost for Luton or Swansea. There might be crowd noises at the Liberty. Cooper and the players have not decided yet. Apparently at the Riverside Stadium last week there was crowd noise it hadn't. It didn't really help Middlesbrough, did it? It can kind of put a bit of pressure on the home team, so wherever the Swans decide, I'll be happy with that situation. But contract situation, I know this is not really about match preview, but all 5 players, Mike van der Hoorn, Kyle Norton, Nathan Dyer, Wayne Earledge and Ewan Mulder, have all extended their contract until the 4th of August. That's when the Championship playoff final is, so it's good to get them over this period anyway, for squad depth and stuff like that. We've got no major key injuries now. I don't think we've got a single injured player. Mike van Hoorn stepped up his rehabilitation from injury as well, so he's in full team training as well. Joe Rodon, he's available for selection this weekend, so it's going to be interesting. Now, going on to my lineup, they do say never change a winning team, so I'm going to stick with that. So in goal, I'm going to go Freddie Woodman. Right back and left back, Connor Robertson, Jake Bidwell. Centre backs, I'm going to go for Ben Wilmot and Ben Cabango. Jay Fulton, Matt Grimes in the midfield. Aldo Kalulu on the right hand side. Andre Ayew on the left. Conor Gallagher in the centre attacking midfielder role, and Ryan Brewster up top. And then on the bench, you can have like Jordan Garrick, Burson Salina, Jan Danda, Joe Rodon. The only reason why I wouldn't play Joe Rodon and Kyle Norton is just because we've got a big game against Millwall midweek, which is a massive game for both teams for the playoff race, so I'll keep them fit for that game. Obviously, there's a lot of games now, midweek games. I think there's a midweek game every day in the Championship now. Not every day, like every other week. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to use our squad very well, but there probably will be a few changes this weekend, but ideally that's what I would go for. So, score prediction time. Shout out to Swansea Jacks. He's the only one who had the score prediction right last week. He predicted a 3-0 Swansea, even though he did say Jan Dan the hat-trick. Like I said, you can, if you get the score correct, you'll be on video. You can guess the scorers. I like you to guess the scorers, but if you don't get the scorers, you'll still be featured in the video. So, shout out to Swansea Jacks. Well done again, a 3-0. That was quite an hard prediction to get. I was very negative last week because I had a 0-0. So, usually when I'm negative, we win, and then when I'm positive, we lose. So, I think you can guess what I'm going to go for this week, and if we lose, blame me. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Swansea win. I've seen a lot of people say 2-0 this week, and I've just got a funny feeling it's going to be 2-0. I don't know, it's just going to be 2-0. It's going to be, I think Conor Gallagher will get his first goal for the club in the first half, and I think Andre Ayew will finish the game off in the second half. So 2-0 Swansea, Conor Gallagher and Andre Ayew with the goals. So like I said, guys, it's going to be a hard game. You know, we only beat Luton 1-0 in December, and we scored very late on in that game. You know, Luton were quite defensive in that game, but they were quite defensively sound as well. The likes of Cameron Carter-Vickers, who have now been added to Luton, has solidified their defence a bit more. Obviously, with the club, like I said, with the music, we don't really know what's going on there, and I think it can be a bit of an advantage to us behind closed doors, because there's a lot of negativity at the Liberty, especially when the players like pass backwards and like don't move as quick as possible. But I think with no added pressure from the crowd, I think we could really thrive from this situation and potentially get playoffs. It's 8 games to go, 1 point off playoffs. We're in the race. If we want to be in that top 6 this weekend potentially, then Luton is a must-win, and it is a must-win. You know, they're bottom of the league, but we all know what happened. Nathan Jones, who was at Stoke earlier on in the season, his only away win with Stoke this season was at Swansea, and funny enough, they were bottom of the league at the time. Nathan Jones back at Luton after Graham Jones got sacked. His first away game at Luton Town, Swansea City, funny enough, where are Luton on the table? Bottom. So if they win 2-1, it's just written in the stars, isn't it? But just hopefully for our sake, it doesn't happen. But thanks guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Let me all know your predictions and how you thought the video went. Tomorrow, 12:20, I'll be doing another live stream. I got another mate of mine coming on. Last week the support was insane. I think the video's on like 7,400 views, which is nearly 4 times my channel, which is crazy. The support last week was insane. I was averaging like 190 odd viewers, which was pretty crazy. So hopefully you'll join me again tomorrow, and hopefully the beers will be back, and maybe not the Lynx Africa. My eyes only just now recovered from that, but hopefully you can all join me tomorrow, 12:20. I'll put it on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me on my socials, and I'll remind you all of that later tonight. But hopefully the Swans can win. I said 2-0, but wouldn't be surprised if Luton get the win. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come on the Swans. I need a one more chance. Oh baby, let me show you.